Assalamu alaikum. My name is Faiza. I'm going to start the presentation of our line following robot. First of all, we have created the environment using default floor and walls, and then we have created a robot. Inside the children node of the robot, we have added shape and defined it as body. Then we added PBA appearance and box with geometry. Inside the appearance, we changed the color and metalness of the robot. We added body inside bounding object node and added physics to it. It's all for the body part. For the wheels, we have added hinge joint node and defined them. Inside hinge joint, we have added hinge joint parameters and rotational motors. We renamed the rotational motor as wheel. We have added a solid to the endpoint, and inside children node of the solid, we added a shape and renamed it at wheels. We have added appearance on cylinder to the geometry. Then we have translated and rotated as so that it resembles a wheel. The anchor and translation values needed to be same for all the wheels. We have repeated the same steps for all the other three wheels. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, this is Rahila Rashid and I'm going to explain the track building of our project. To build the pack, first we have to go to the website called TickerCad.com. After going to the website, we will find a page like this, and I'll select create new design from here, and then we'll find a work plan like this. So from the basic shapes, we will select the scribble one, and then we have to draw the path. After drawing the path, we will select done from here. An important point to notice is that we have to set the height as least as possible to get the proper measurement, and then we can also change the color. I will set it to black, and now I have to export the file. Here I'll download the .obj file. After exporting the track from TickerCad, now we have to import it on Webots. To do that, first we have to go to File, select Import 3D Model, and over here keep clicking Next, and then choose the file that we have downloaded. It's called TickerCad Object. Select it, and then keep clicking Next. And then after finishing the process, we will get a path like this over here, which is called solid path, and our track will show like this. An important point to notice is that to set the track properly on our board, we have changed the translation, rotation, and scaling values of our path, and also for the robot, we have done the same procedure to set the robot properly on the track, and we changed the translation, rotation, and scaling values. Thank you.
Hello, I am Rafsar Mamun, and I will be presenting the coding part of our project. We have created a robot controller from here and set the language to Python this time. We then assign this controller to the robot, as you can see over here. As you can see, we first imported few libraries, instantiated a robot, and set the time step and base speed to 64 and 6 respectively. We then created a list ds, appended and enabled the 3 distance sensors of the robot, which are now facing downwards and are of type IR. The names of the distance sensors should match the actual names like ds right, ds mid, and ds left. Next, we did the same thing for the wheels of the robot, as can be seen over here. We also set the initial position and velocity of the wheels to infinity and 0 respectively. After that, we created a few more variables necessary for a PID control. For the PID controller, we set the constant Kp to 1.6, Ki to 0, and Kd to 0.3. These values were found by trial and error and calibration of the robot. Next, in the path correction method, we use the error produced to return a correction value which will help the robot stay on track. We set the proportional value to the error itself. Integration value is the accumulation of all the prior errors, while differential value is the change in the error over time. The correction is then the summation of the product of the values with their constants. We also set the last error to error and return the correction. This correction is used to change the direction and velocity of the robot. We will come to this method in a moment. Moving on to the main method, unless Webots is closed, we take in the values of the 3 IR sensors. The IR sensors produce a value above 500 when on track and less than 500 when they're off track. We use this value to set some rules. If the left and right values are less than 500 and the middle is more than 500, it means the robot is on track and has no error and will move straight. When right and middle values are more than 500 and left is less than 500, the robot needs to make a right turn. We set the error as -1. The opposite is true when left and middle are more than 500 and right is less, and the error is +1. More such rules are also made below. At each step, we also print the sensor values and the direction of robot. And finally, we call the path correction method with the error to get the correction and send that data along with base speed to set speed method. In the set speed method, we set the right speed as base minus correction and the left speed as base plus correction. If there is no correction, we set the left wheels and right wheels to left and right speeds to allow them to move forward. However, if right speed is less than base speed, it means we need to turn right, and so the left wheels are set to left speed and the right ones to 0. We take a similar approach for left turn. So for example, if we need to turn right, we produce a negative error which will give negative correction. This will cause right speed to be less than base speed. According to our rules, it will cause the robot to take right turn. Alright then, let's see it in action. As you can see, the robot is moving on track smoothly and the IR values are being printed below.